Greetings and welcome to the Washington Demon Coaches Show, or the Patterson Van Weldon Power Hour, or the Washington Press Box. More on that in a little bit. I'm joined as ever by the one and only, the intrepid, the great one, Mr. Brent Van Weldon. How are you?
You always make me feel good when I come here. Except when, most days you make me feel good.
When you're not here, it's not always that good.
All right.
So you got some feedback, I understand, in the community. We're still jingleless.
Yep.
And we have too many names. So the feedback you got was...
Just pick a name.
Just pick a name.
Just pick a name.
That's simple.
Yep.
All right. Well, we'll do it. And I'll just be honest. I haven't gotten any feedback from anybody, really.
Yeah, tired of not knowing the name.
Okay.
Was maybe the wording.
Fair point.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with Patterson Van Weldon Power Hour. How about that?
Wonderful.
The PVPH. PVWPH. All right?
Okay.
All right. I'll roll right off the tongue.
That gives an opportunity for people in the community to put in whatever word they want. Make up, what is that, an acronym? Mnemonic.
Yeah.
Mnemonic.
Mnemonic,
yeah. All right.
It's catchy. I think it'll go well with a jingle.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we have going on in the world of athletic directing or activities?
Activities, yeah. So just kind of recap, we had Demon Relays last week. It was a huge success. I think things went extremely well. The weather was beautiful. The kids ran well. Our high school track teams are setting PRs, and I think Hartman, actually, they threw last night at Wapello now, threw 58 feet some.
Holy smokes.
So he's really getting out there and threw the disc, 157, I think. The track teams are doing well. I think they both placed second at the Demon Relays, and then we had...
And I think they, at least on the boys' side, they've got some injuries. They've got some pretty fast kids out.
Yeah, Elijah hasn't been running, and neither has Jude Brown hasn't been running. Yeah. So I think Elijah might be running tomorrow night down in Mount Pleasant. So
okay,
I'm not sure about Jude yet. He might be a day or two away, but. Coach Roth it seems like he'll always make his decision on the cautious side. He always wants them ready for the end of the year, which is the most important time.
Sure,
so
absolutely.
Yeah. But, that's going great.
And girls track looks very fast, too.
Yeah, I think they both placed second. So, and then the girls were at Fort Madison last night and did extreme. I think they placed second down there as well. So, both doing extremely well.
Good. How are we doing on football, meaning soccer?
Soccer, the girls are 4-1. The girls are 4-1, and the boys are 3-1. Last week they both beat Mount Pleasant, which is always nice. Always nice to beat Mount Pleasant. And then they both were clipped by Fort Madison earlier this week. I think that one lost 3-2, and the other lost 1-0. So. They're both right there, so it'd be nice to see if they can avenge that loss later in the season.
I had some of the boys soccer players on last week. We had a really fun conversation with them, so I'm looking forward to talking with the girls team just as soon as I can. So you can talk golf. I should mention in studio today we've got Collin Stark, who may be setting a record for attendances here on this program. The varsity golf coach, and Isaac Vetter will be joining him as one of his stud golfers. So what do we know about girls golf at this point then?
So girls golf are undefeated, just like boys golf. The girls golf team, they have 5 seniors. I think probably McKenna Conrad and Kaylin Long kind of lead that, along with Alicia Golf. And then Mallory Johnson from Waco, she's joined us on our team this year, and then the Mitchell girl, they're all 5 doing extremely well, and then you throw in Macy Williams, who's golfing well too. So I think they all can shoot in the 40s, and if you can get 6 girls that can shoot in the 40s or even down into the 30s, you're going to be pretty successful, and they've shown that so far this year, and they have some tough tournaments coming up, but really. Out of the gate really well, and like I said, they're both undefeated, boys and girls. So should be fun to watch them down the stretch, obviously.
So can you explain how the Waco thing works? I mean, so it didn't used to be like that, right?
Right. So we have a sharing agreement with Waco. Like I said, they have a girl, Mallory Johnson, who's in their district that wants to golf, and they don't have a golf team. So Chad Edeker, called us and said, "Hey, you want to share golf with us, or can we share golf with you?" And obviously, one of the first things we do is look to see what it's going to do to our classification. If it's going to move us up to, in this case, 4A, we probably wouldn't do it. But it doesn't hurt our classification. We get another golfer, and she's done a great job, and really we've taken her score quite frequently. So it's good to have her on our team.
Yeah. So does that kind of arrangement, is it any sport? Or
no, it's on an individual sport basis. Like we Pekin shares with us for boys soccer.
Okay.
And those are the only two that we have right now.
Did we do that with baseball?
Waco, Waco comes up for baseball too. Yeah, again this year. Yep. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So. You're welcome.
So anyway, So golf's going great. Soccer's doing extremely well. Middle school, they finally got to run this week. So everybody's going now, especially the middle school meets. We had Max Cousins relay.
It's great.
It was the first middle school girls meet of the year. It's always a challenge. But they did a great job. The teams did a wonderful job. I think we were out of there in about 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Holy cow, that's a fast.
So, our girls do a great job of being where they're supposed to be, and our high school girls track members helped out, did a tremendous job. So Coach Hayworth, and they had the girls there helping us out. Without them, it would be impossible. And then we have tons of other volunteers that help nonstop from the community. So we're very fortunate in Washington as far as track goes. I think we run one of the smoothest track meets around.
I would agree. It's really good. Everyone I've been to here has been really good.
Yeah.
Same with the wrestling meets too.
Let me check my notes here. I think that's pretty much all I had for the sporting world. So,
well, you mentioned Officials Week.
Yes, this is National Officials Spring Week, Spring Officials Week, or something like that.
We're not great with names here.
No. But the Coaches Association or the state associations have picked a week in the fall, winter, and now spring to just recognize the officials out there that are making this all possible.
Yeah.
We've had this conversation before, but
the shortage of officials is really a serious problem.
Yeah, and it's not getting any better. So, we just got to make sure that we're understanding. Everybody makes mistakes, but I think so far that we've, this spring, we haven't had any issues. Bill Neal does our track meets, or most of our track meets, and he's one of the best. And we get our soccer officials out of the Iowa City, Cedar Rapids area, so they know the sport real well. And then golf, you don't need any officials, so we're good to go there. But the officials do a tremendous job, and we're pretty fortunate.
I've never really thought about yelling at a track official before.
No,
point that gun a different way. I don't really know what I would yell.
I don't know either.
Okay, well, I'm glad it's going well this spring.
It is.
We'll see how it goes through baseball season.
Yeah.
So there were some singing events.
We have third grade concert tomorrow night at the auditorium, in the high school auditorium. It starts at 7:00. So if you're not, there's a lot going on tomorrow. There's soccer matches tomorrow. There's track meets tomorrow. A lot going on, but if you're not doing anything, we do have a third grade choir concert as well.
I've got a track meet to go to in Mount Pleasant tomorrow night, which you just reminded me of.
Yeah,
by the way,
track.
thanks.
Yeah, a lot going on.
So this is your last time around this business, huh? This is your last prom?
Yeah.
Coming up this weekend?
Yeah. I won't miss that. I know the kids love it, but
I don't think any parents like prom.
The kids have a lot of fun. And that's what it's all about. Just remember that.
I'll sure try.
No, yeah, we have prom this weekend. So I'm, on, let's see, the Grand March is at 7:00. Then the dance is at 8. And then, which something I don't have to be involved with, is the after prom from 11 to 2:30 a.m. Are you part of that?
I was last year, but is it the junior parents that do it more so? It seemed like.
I think they do the after prom, yeah, and then the seniors do the prom itself.
Yeah. I'm going to try to get out of all of it if I can, if I'm being completely honest with you. I did a little bit after prom last year. It's fine. Yeah. It's not really my cup of tea.
We will be live streaming. You guys are going to be there, right? Maybe. Oh, you don't know now? Yeah. Okay. Well, sorry.
You're going to live
that.
stream what?
The Grand March.
Yeah, or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. We'll have our live stream on as well, but
there's always some interesting things that happen in the Grand March.
Is that right?
Well, like was it Zeke and who was it was a Hanson boy? Didn't they come out dressed as Dumb and Dumber one year?
Yeah, you're right.
Stuff like that can be kind of fun, I think.
Yeah.
Well, so I know you probably don't count your days left, but what is it approximately?
Funny you asked that. I did count today about an hour ago. It's 65.
65 days.
Yep.
This is including weekends, or this is just school days?
That includes weekends. 65 calendar days.
Holy cow.
Yep.
And what are you going to do?
I don't know.
All right. Well,
find something else to do, I guess.
We got stuff.
There's surely a job at the hospital I could do.
Absolutely there is.
Maybe I could work there.
All right. Well, we're going to miss you when that happens, by the way, but more to come on that, I'm sure. Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Collin Stark and Isaac Vetter.
Since 1905, Kelowna Cooperative Technology Company has helped our community stay connected with the latest advancements in clear, dependable telecommunications services. KCTC provides rural Iowans with access to high-speed fiber internet, as well as phone, television, computer repair, and cybersecurity solutions. We're also proud supporters of local organizations and area schools within the community. KCTC, keeping Kelowna connected.
Federation Bank is a locally owned bank providing award-winning customer service. We believe that we are more than just a federation of banks, but a federation of communities, serving Brighton, Richland, Wellman, and Washington, Iowa. Federation Bank's highly skilled staff is here to make sure you are able to accomplish your personal and professional goals, whatever they may be. Federation Bank, your family bank.
At the Capper Auto Group, we put our customers' needs first and understand that everyone is as different as the vehicle they select. We offer new Ford, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Jeep, Chrysler, Dodge, and Ram vehicles in a friendly environment that puts you in the driver's seat. When it comes to service, we maintain factory-trained technicians and competitive pricing. The Capper Auto Group still believes that service after the sale provides the best customer experience. Come see the Capper experience for yourself.
Tammy takes the time and has the personal interest in each one of us. I don't worry about what's going to happen because I know my policy is taken care of.
She pulls what I need and puts it together, which is the program I get from her.
Every year she calls around September or so and says, there's changes again, and I'm going to do the best thing for you. It's been perfect. She does a great job.
All right, well, welcome back to the Patterson Van Weldon Power Hour. I'm your friendly neighborhood host, Todd Patterson. I'm joined in studio now by Collin Stark, who I think this is about your 15th appearance on this. Do you coach everything?
Maybe. I think there is some coaching openings. So, maybe.
You could do even more.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll call it the Patterson Stark Power Hour. I won't get any more names going. And Isaac Vetter, how you doing, Ivy?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. Thanks for being on today. So, Coach, I was just kind of talking off air. We were playing in my son was playing in a basketball tournament last week, and one of the kids on the other team, his mom was talking about how good the Washington golf team is this year. So, and we've had really good golf teams in the past. I know that. So why don't you lay it on me? What's going on?
Well, I would say, this year we knew going into it, we had 2 seniors last year that in our varsity team, in Grant Saboski and John Prohaska, that obviously departed. We knew that we had a freshman class coming in that could definitely play, and I don't know if we knew for sure how good we could be until this year was honestly probably one of the first years I've done a qualifier to kind of figure out who would be kind of our top 6,
right?
To start with.
You had good competition.
So so that qualifier happened, and which is a week and a half into the season, and they almost beat the school record on the qualifier. So right there, we probably knew this could be a good be a good year. So we definitely we've got a good core returning, and plus some of these freshmen coming in, and even guys that aren't even able to crack the lineup would potentially crack a lot of teams that we play lineup as well. So it's just knowing that you're on that type of team.
That's awesome, and good depth and everything. Yep. So for those of us who don't know, can you talk a little bit about team golf, how you score in team golf, and I assume you also have individual. Is it a little bit like how I think of cross country, where you have an individual winner, but then you also have kind of team scoring? How does that work exactly?
Yeah, I would say it's very similar to cross country, where most golf courses are either par 35 or par 36. We play 9-hole meets, but then we just played our first 18 hole meet, and top 4 score. So it's you've got 6 guys on varsity, so it could be any of those 6 could be in your top 4, and kind of like you talked about with cross country, you just add those 4 scores together, and that's your team score. So usually we say a 160 is a decent, that's kind of where that's a 40 average.
Right.
So that's, if you're underneath that, you're usually winning most meets.
So you mentioned in the qualifier, you almost set a record in scoring. So what are you guys doing with this team? I mean, where are you shooting? What are the records? Yeah,
so had to talk with the past golf coach, Coach Burrow, on this to kind of pull out some of the record books, but he has even broken it down with 9-hole meets away and home, where away was 143, which at Fairfield we shot a 145. So we were only 2 away from that, and that team, I believe, got maybe 3rd or 2nd at state.
Oh, great.
So they had a couple D1 golfers in that group as well. So, that's high accomplishment just to be even close to that. Home record, which we do have a home meet next Monday as well, but the home record is 139. So that'll be something that I think these boys will be going towards, which that's
interesting.
That's a very, I think that's probably like a 34, 35 average for 4 scores. So
you
that's
guys probably play on this course quite a bit though, right? Like even growing up and stuff.
Yeah.
That's actually 139. That's actually my best 18-hole score here. So, so you got a good team. I mean, in general. So who are the 6 week to week?
Yeah. Yeah, so starting with Roman Roth is our number 1 golfer. He was 7th in the state last year. Now a junior. He's been consistently, in our, whether it's pretty much our top scorer each meet. He just won our last meet yesterday. We've got, Isaac Vetter is our lone senior this year. Then we've got some other juniors. Teague Mayer is a junior. Luke Beanblossom is a junior. And then right now our other 2 that are in varsity is 2 freshmen is Rajan Roth and Drew Conrad.
Okay.
But we do have a couple JV guys as well that have been shooting pretty well as Cole Vetter is a sophomore, and then
Charcoal.
Carson Brown is a freshman.
Okay.
So we've got, like I said, a good group, and don't want to leave out. We have 2 others that are coming out for golf for the first time this year, in Cooper Zaz and Caleb Ziglaski. So
nice.
It's good to see them out as well and being part of our team.
All right. Well, we're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we'll be joined by Isaac Icewater in his veins Vetter.
Hospice isn't a place, it's a type of care that focuses on living. Servicing a 7-county area, the Hospice of Washington County staff of nurses, social work, hospice aides, spiritual and grief support, volunteers, music and massage therapists are able to provide free end-of-life care where the patient lives. We write wills, give consent for organ donation, but rarely is there a plan for what we would want the final phase of our lives. At Hospice of Washington County, we encourage our patients to be in charge of their healthcare decisions while maintaining quality of life.
Family owned and operated by Andy and Sarah Ross. Ross Auto has been your vehicle repair and maintenance headquarters since 1935. We specialize in all makes of cars and light-duty trucks. With our variety of available services, let us help you keep rolling and your vehicle operating efficiently. Services include general auto repair, alignments, brakes, fuel injection, and more. Schedule your appointment today at 319-653-5656. That's 319-653-5656.
All right, welcome back to the Patterson Van Wilden Power Hour. I'm your host, Todd Patterson. We're joined in studio by Collin Stark, head coach of the boys golf team, and Isaac Vetter, who is one of the golfers. So, Isaac, welcome.
Thanks. Nice to be here.
Yeah. So, let's shout out to your parents. Let's say hi, Amy and Jeff.
Hi, Amy and Jeff.
Or I guess mom and dad to you.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah.
That's interesting.
So, Isaac, tell us a little bit about yourself. What year are you? How long you've been playing golf? A little bit about what are the things you do besides golf?
So I'm a senior. I've been playing golf for I don't even know, a long time. I can't remember when I didn't play golf. It's just one of those things you can play for a long time after high school. It's fun, play with friends, do anything. So outside of golf, I play baseball, like to hang out with friends. I'll play basketball sometimes, but not anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. You looking forward to baseball?
I'm looking
forward to baseball.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting season.
So, tell me a little bit. So we talked about this off camera. What's your best score ever?
So my best 18-hole score is an 82, and my best 9-hole score is a 39.
So, in your opinion, what is the hardest course that you've had to play?
The hardest course, I would say, is Vinker, which is where we played state last year in Ames.
Vinker, huh?
Yeah, but my least favorite course is Kelowna, where we played yesterday.
Really?
I've just never played well there. Had a rough day yesterday, so.
Did you lose any balls? I lost a whole sleeve.
I lost 2 on the first hole. So, yeah.
I don't think I've ever played there when it didn't rain, actually.
Yeah, yesterday was the first time we've played there on a nice day.
Yeah.
Like shorts and T-shirt, like it felt really nice.
That's a hilly course, isn't it? That's where we used to go sledding up there.
Yeah, we had a meet on Monday too, so yesterday was just tiring walking up and down those holes, especially the second 9. But
So by contrast, what's your favorite place to play? Outside of home. Maybe I bet home is your favorite place to play.
Yeah, outside of Washington, probably Fairfield. I've played well there. It's a really open course in my opinion. So, I like Mount Pleasant too. They're both just open, especially because I don't hit the ball very straight sometimes. So it's really nice, especially on a bad day.
So you like to play a lot of, you're good on dogleg holes?
Yeah, dogleg rights. Yeah.
Dogleg rights.
That's my favorite. Yeah.
Actually, I'm better on dogleg lefts
Those are
until
mine.
I try to correct it, and then it's a dogleg right.
Yeah, I can't hit those. So.
If the goal was to hit trees, I'd be one of the best golfers in the world. Probably number one.
They say that trees are 90% air.
Yeah, but the 10% that's not is really troubling.
I played with a kid yesterday that said trees are 90% air and then hit the tree. So, yeah, he's a little upset after that.
Yeah, it is that 10% that really gets you. Yeah. All right. Your coach was telling me some stuff. You can tell me if this is true or not, right? There's no mulligans in this?
No, there's not, which, it was hard for me to find out when I first started. Like, before, so I didn't have a freshman year because of COVID, and, I played that entire summer with mulligans just because I wasn't used to it. And then went in the sophomore year, found out there was no mulligans, and it was a tough thing to figure out for first bit.
We used to play 2 balls down the course, right? I mean, one to keep in play and one to go in the trees, and then you lose both of them, and then you throw another one out on the – so.
Yeah.
How about the club length rule? This one I'm surprised about.
Yeah, that one's
if you're within a club length of the hole, you go, right?
No, definitely not, because I've seen so many kids they think they have a tap in from a few inches and they just miss it just because they try to hit it backwards or try to do something like that. So there's definitely some tough putts inside of club lengths.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not probably as much drinking in this as what I'm used to either, right? All right, well, what's kind of your goal for this season?
Goal for the season is to make it back to state like we did last year, but I think a big one for me is to win conference. Last 2 years, we fell short. Last year, we got third. After winning regular season, we had a rough conference meet, but I think this year we're looking a lot better.
So do you have to qualify for state out of conference tournament, or how does it work exactly?
The conference meet doesn't matter towards state. Conference is just, not even that. To get to state, you go to sectionals, which everyone goes to that.
Okay.
And you have to get top 2 out of that unless the home team is top 2. Then they take 3 teams. And then it's same for districts. And districts is 2 sectionals coming together.
Okay.
So our districts last year had 5 teams instead of a normal 4.
Okay, because there was a home winner.
Yep.
Got you. Okay. So you got to go. Conference is just a meet.
Yeah.
Then you got sectionals, and then you got districts, and then you have state.
Yeah.
And you got to get top 2 and or 3 depending in the sectionals and district. Okay. So when do those occur?
It would be like the 2nd and 3rd week in May.
Okay.
Yep, and
Do you know where those are?
not officially yet. There's been some rumblings for where sectionals could very well be, and same with districts. But
Okay.
I think they'll come out probably April 20th. I think they came around last year, so a couple weeks.
So you'll want to play down at Fairfield or home. Is home a possibility? Is it like assigned based on team records, or is it like a rotating thing? Or
I don't really know how they choose.
It's honestly at this point, what golf course would
host it?
Got you. Because sometimes it might be a money thing. It might be, where
no officials.
Yeah, no officials. But yeah, there's definitely a possibility of it being at home, but not for sure yet.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right. Well, I'm going to get out to see you. I don't know when, but I will. Yeah. And try to get to a soccer game too. I keep promising all these, and I haven't been able to get to anything yet, but I will. Come out and see you. Don't get nervous if you see me. It's a little bit of a celebrity thing. I get it. Just relax and try to play. Okay? Fight through it.
Just make sure that in golf, you're not allowed to give advice.
You don't want any advice from me.
Yeah. You can only cheer. You can't.
After he hits, can I yell, "You the man," like that? I can do that?
Yep.
All right. Well, then you'll definitely know I'm there.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here. You probably got to get back to class, and I got to get back to work. So thank you for joining us for the Patterson Van Weldon Power Hour, or the PVWPH. Next time we hope to have a jingle. Thanks for your time. Have a great